Back muscles are divided into two main groups: the extrinsic muscles that correspond to the movement of your shoulder, and the intrinsic muscles that help the vertebrae. Extrinsic muscles consist of the trapezius, the latissimus dorsi, levator scapulae, and finally the rhomboids. Intrinsic muscles that start at the head and go all the way down to the pelvic area help keep your posture. These muscles are divided into three main groups, such as the superficial layer, the intermediate layer, and the deep layer. The superficial layer incorporates thick splenius muscles that help rotate your neck and head. The intermediate layer contains the erector spinae muscles that are on either side of your vertebrae. Their job is to maintain your posture when you stand. The deep layer is underneath the intermediate layer, hence the name deep. It helps the intermediate muscles move the spine. Deep intrinsic muscles are less thick and big as the erector muscles and are no bigger than 6 spine segments. This layer includes the semispinalis muscles, the multifidus muscles, and the rotator muscle.
This is called a toe touch. It is used to stretch your back muscles and your hamstring. Now let's slow it down a little. As you can see here, he is reaching down to touch his toes. You can tell he is using a proper technique because his body is parallel to his arms, and his knees aren't bent. When doing the toe touch, this is one of the things you should not do. You can see here that his knees are bent. When doing this exercise, if you ever consider bending your knees, then the exercise will be useless to you and it will have no effect on you. This stretch is called the seal pose. It is used to round out your back and strengthen your abdominals.
Okay.
To explain a little better, this stretch helps you with your balance and it strengthens your leg, back, and abdominal muscles, so it is a well-rounded stretch. You can tell he has his toes pointed. That is the part that stretches your leg muscles, if you're ever interested. This is the wrong way to do this stretch. Here you can clearly see that he is attempting to grab his legs from the outside and not the inside. If you attempt this exercise like this, you will definitely fall. This exercise is called a bridge glute drop. It exercises your lower back, hamstrings, abdominals, and gluteus maximus. The camera angle in the previous video looked kinda weird. Now that you can see a little better, you notice that he is holding up his gluteus maximus after done the exercise, and that helps strengthen your legs, your abdominals, and your back muscles. If you do the exercise incorrectly, you might end up spraining your neck or even hurting your back. You can tell how his head touches the ground. If you attempt to exercise like this, then it will be hard for you to breathe, and you will get tired very easily. You will notice that this is similar to our first stretch. This is called a legged dumbbell deadlift, and although it is similar, it stretches and exercises different muscles. This exercise works out your lower back and your hamstring. Most people start out with little weights so that they can start stretching slowly, and then move on to bigger weights so that their muscles loosen up and that they are more flexible within their exercises. This is the wrong way of doing this exercise. If you attempt it like this, it will turn into a different exercise. If you lift your arms up with the dumbbells first instead of lifting your entire body with the dumbbells, it will exercise more of your arms than your stretching.